partners. They're going to make a statement about what happened today.
Push, yeah, you can. Of course you can. Oh, I got off, man. Sorry.
The judges today said that the court will allow the factual evidence to be argued at the final hearing on the 27th and 28th of October. They'll allow the factual evidence to be argued. What has not been discussed today is why I feared for my safety and the safety of our children and Julian's life. The constant threats and intimidation that we have endured for years, which has been terrorizing us and has been terrorizing Julian for over 10 years. The threats against me, threats against our children, death threats against Julian's eldest son, Daniel. Threats on Julian's life, threats of a 175-year prison sentence, and the actual ongoing imprisonment of a journalist for doing his job. These are sustained threats to his life for the past 10 years. These are not just items of law. This is our lives. We have the right to exist. We have a right to live. And we have a right for this nightmare to come to an end once and for all. Thank you.
Julian, we are with you! We are with Julian! Hands off Assange!
Well done, Stella. Give her a round of applause.
Okay,
Well done, Stella.
We're with you, Stella. We love you. We love you, Stella.
some party has been in attendance at the entirety of the Assange court case, including Kay, to say a few words to you now.
We are praying. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go now.
What Stella just
Oh
said
dear, I'm
was,
gonna go.
she has a right, her children have a right, Julian has a right for this nightmare to come to an end. This is meant to be the highest court on the land.
God bless you. God bless you,
Where is its
Estelita.
humanity? Where is its humanity? Where is basic justice? Like we've heard argued today, points of law which would not have been argued in my experience in this court had the appellant be the United States of America. That's the political dimension to this whole nightmare. But what Stella has just said, that her safety, her children's safety, the threats against them, which I personally know have been going on for months and years, are not acknowledged in this court. And for it now to go on until October, which we fully expected, 27th of October is the final High Court hearing. But for it to go on, and for all these matters to be argued as points of law, is obscene. Obscene, and I'm not saying that as a piece of agitprop, is obscene in any terms of natural justice. This nightmare must come to an end. This is an innocent man pursued for performing one of the greatest public services of my lifetime. Exposing the secrets of governments, and governments now live by secrets. They don't live by elections, they live by secrets. That's why they don't want you to have them.
And money.
That's why they don't want you to know about the wars that they conduct secretly, the numbers of people that they eliminate kill secretly. They don't want you to know that.
Rest in peace, Dr. David Kelly.
Julian Assange opened a new era and honourable, brave, courageous era in journalism, which made me proud to be a journalist again. He has every right to walk out of this court in October, as does Stella and his children, free from the nightmare imposed on all of them by the same power that imposes its will on all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your courage. We are with you. We are with Julia.
Rebecca Vincent from Reporters Without Frontiers and say a few words.
And we are angry. And we are sorry. But we fight
Reporters was
until
able
the
to
end.
monitor today's proceedings as we've monitored all. Sorry, okay, is that better? Reporters Without Borders has been able to monitor today's proceedings as we have monitored all previous extradition proceedings in this case. What we witnessed today is that the U.S. government, in its case, is grasping at straws. It's been successful today in that now it will be allowed to pursue this on the appeal on broader grounds. But it's clear that the current intention of the U.S. government is to pursue this until the bitter end. But it doesn't have to be this way. At any point, the Biden administration could make this stop. We call again on the U.S. government to drop this case. Julian Assange should be immediately released. He should certainly not be extradited to the United States. We repeat our position that he has been targeted for his contributions to public interest reporting. He should not be in this position, and we retain serious concerns about the state of his mental and physical health in Belmarsh prison. He should be allowed to go home to his family. He should not be detained as this appeals process dragged on. Just a short note about access today, because many of you know the problems that NGOs have faced in gaining access to proceedings. Today, for the first time, this court accredited Reporters Without Borders, Amnesty International, and some other observers, and gave us an allocated seat in court, which is a welcome development. But I want to emphasize that that should have always been the case. We should have always been allowed to do our jobs. This case is overwhelmingly in the international public interest. It must be open to scrutiny. So we have done our best to get in throughout, and we will be here on the 27th and 28th of October, and as long as it takes. But in the meantime, we continue our campaign to free Assange. So thank you all very much for your support.
And let the parliamentarians visit Assange!
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. Just two points in conclusion.
The parliamentarians need to see Assange at
There's a great deal of
Belmarsh!
discussion in court today about the credibility of the defence witnesses. I just want to say that strikes me as odd when the lead prosecution witness has publicly said that he lied in his evidence to the court. So we have on the one hand a respected medical expert who is challenged, and on the other hand a convicted liar who isn't. The second point I want to make is this. The most important decision that this court made today is the date of the full appeal. Get it in your heads. 27th, 28th of October, because now is the time. It's been a long road, but now is the time when this case has finally reached a serious court